What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and another video.
So there's one thing that could be ruining your videos, but in today's video we are going to give you a solution for that. It is a problem that we have had when making videos, especially cinematic videos, and it is inconsistent color temperatures.
It's a real problem.
It's a real problem.
It is.
So I'm sure this might have also happened to you. If you've been out recording a video and you get home and you see the footage looks like this.
And the reason why your footage may look like that is because of the white balance in your camera. So your camera's trying to set white balance and get it right in any scenario. In every scenario, if you're in auto white balance in your camera, it's trying to judge what is white. Your camera will end up judging it quite wrong most of the time and ending up looking really blue. Okay, so let's pause there a little sec. What I did say there was kind of wrong. I said it gets the white balance wrong most of the time. That's not really correct. If it's in good daylight, it probably will do a pretty decent job, but it's when you're in like those cloudy scenarios, it's quite dull. The white balance tends to be a little bit off and it'll normally look a little bit blue. It isn't always blue, that's just in that condition. It may end up being too warm sometimes. Just to clarify, what I said there wasn't really correct. Anyway, let's continue on. Which is really annoying when you bring it into Premiere or whatever editing software you use and try to color grade it, because you're starting with completely wrong white balance, which is a disaster.
So having your white balance in auto may seem like a good idea, but if it gets it wrong, I mean, one clip in the wrong white balance is, okay, it's bad. But if you have multiple clips that keep changing every time you change scene or change angle, then you are in trouble.
You're in for a long editing session. But there is quite an easy solution to that really annoying problem, and it is choosing one of the preset white balances in camera. So you have things like daylight, cloudy, shade, there's fluorescent in there too, whatever you think applies to the environment that you're in. And this will allow the camera then to judge it on that type of area, if that makes sense. So it will know that you're in a cloudy environment and to not go extremely blue, and it tends to get it relatively accurate most of the time.
So that is probably the quickest way to adjust your white balance, but if you want to be a lot more accurate with it, then you can choose a custom white balance. So there is actually two ways that you can do this. If you have a good eye for white balance, you can actually go in and set the Kelvin number or the Kelvin value for temperature. So this way you're actually kind of judging it with your own eye by what it looks like through the monitor that you're seeing.
Probably wouldn't recommend this because you're eyeballing it through a tiny little monitor on your camera. You may get it better than the auto white balance, but it can be tricky to do. So step 2 might be better.
It takes a little bit of practice to get that one right, to kind of know what would work in certain environments. So yeah, definitely don't go for that one straight away.
The most accurate and the best way to set a custom white balance is using one of these little things, which is a grey card, and you can literally pick these up anywhere. They're like $5.99 on Amazon, I think. Really good, really useful, and what you do with these is you go into custom white balance and you'll see a little square on your screen, and what you want to do is place this little thing in the middle of your screen and then hit your shutter button, I think it is on most cameras, and the camera will then judge this as being pure white. So it'll judge it and then get it pretty damn accurate most of the time.
These are so handy. Make sure you have a set of these in your camera bag. You're basically using them to tell your camera this is white.
So that's literally what we do when we're recording these videos. We have our lights set up, 2 lights set up on each side, and then we just do a little test beforehand. Christina holds this up and I'll just set the white balance. We know what it is now, but when we start it, we just pick it and the camera then will pick that as white. And also when you're editing, keep that shot, and then you'll be able to use the little eyedropper tool as well in the lumetri panel, and it may adjust it a little bit more. It depends what you like, but yeah, very accurate.
So by doing this, it will allow your footage to be much more consistent, and then your editing will just be so much easier.
It sure will. Do keep in mind if you're filming something that's a little longer in the day, like just for example a little short film, and you're shooting in the middle of the day and then also shooting at sunset, and you set your white balance like in the afternoon, you're gonna have to change it again because obviously the actual temperature in the sky in the area is changing. Yeah, just keep that in mind because you could end up with some very warm yellow clips when it gets to sunset.
So remember, this will help you with many different clips in the one scene, but if you change your location, you might have to change your white balance.
If you're not sure, or if you don't have your grey card with you, we forgot it many a time, you're probably better shooting a little bit warmer than you think, because it's probably easier to bring back, or we found it's easier to like add blues to the shadows and cool things down than it is to try and bring back skin tones from a really blue video. So just to summarize, don't shoot in auto mode, switch to one of the preset modes for the quickest option. If you want to be more precise, then go into your settings and change the actual specific Kelvin value to whatever it is you want. And to be super accurate, use a grey card, and yeah, you know the rest.
So hopefully that helps. It definitely helps us. It's something we continue to do every time we film a video. It's really important. So grab yourself one of these.
They're worth it.
And that's it for today's video, guys. Before we go, I did just want to let you know that we did get ourselves a new camera.
Sure did. If you're into little cinematic videos, then we are currently working on one, and we do intend to make a lot more with said new camera.
So you will probably see the new camera in upcoming videos. We will reveal it very soon. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider hitting the subscribe button too. It really helps us here as a new channel on YouTube.
I think that's it for this one, so as we always say, take it easy.
Don't be a stranger.
Check. The grills in my mouth double as a freeze. The grills in my mouth double as a freeze.